Hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Life Coaching with MDR. Y'all getting this real work from home look today. But I'm going to try my best to be brief. But my last sister brought up this quote about it's not your responsibility to heal your mother. And it just made me really think about the concept of how we, as daughters, sisters, friends, family, have this notion to want to heal people that we love when it's really not our responsibility. Healing to me is a personal journey. You have to decide for yourself that you have some issues and that you have to seek the help that you need to start the healing process. You could have lost a parent, a sibling, a close friend, a significant other, a child. Something traumatic could have happened in your life where you was molested at an early age, or molested period, or raped in college. Different traumatic experiences create who you are as a person. Me personally, I was molested as a child, and I buried a lot of things that came out later in my relationships. I can remember me and an ex was wrestling one day, and he held me down, and it triggered me being in that traumatic event again. And the way I reacted, let him know, like, hey, what's going on? But I had to come to terms with dealing with what I've been through. Right? So a lot of us have buried so much stuff that we don't even want to open up Pandora's box because we don't know what's in there. And some of us know exactly what's in there, and we just don't want to deal with it. And your healing is something that you have to personally determine, that I'm going to get on this journey to get the healing that I need so I can be better. It's not for anybody else. It's for yourself. And I just, posted under her post that, I had to be delivered from wanting to heal other people. My heart it goes out to people because I've experienced so much in my life that people, when I start to share my story, like, wow, like, I don't even know if I could have survived it. But when I heard other people's stories, my heart goes out to them and I want to help. And we have to know that help is one thing and healing is something that is the person determining, what they need to do to heal from certain events that have taken place in their lives. Healing is a personal thing. Yes, you may want to help them to determine that healing is important, but you cannot heal people. You cannot, you just don't have that power, and you'll be drained more so because you feel like I've given them all this advice. I've told them that they can reach out to different counselors, different therapists. Here are free services, and they aren't taking it as serious as you're taking it for them. And you're like, why not? The stuff is out there. The people are out there to help you to get the healing that you need. And they good because they haven't made that determination for themselves. You can see that they need it, but they have to see that they need it. And I'm that type of person as well. Well, I used to be. I don't mind helping anybody, but their healing that's not something that I can do for them. It's like the old saying, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. You can provide somebody with all the time, tools, tip, motivation, inspiration, advice, love. But if they don't want to heal from the things that they've experienced, you talking to a brick wall and they're not listening. And it's nothing against you. You could be doing everything right, but they're not ready for that journey. And you can't put somebody on a journey that they're not ready for. Their feet will not move. It won't work. And we have to learn what help and healing is and know that they are both two different things. I could see somebody that's struggling, to an older person struggling to carry their groceries, and I stop and I help them. But I can also see an older person at the store over their basket crying, unconsolably, and I stop to say, what's wrong? And they say, I lost all my kids in a car accident this past holiday. They need some healing. Even if I stop to embrace them and love on them in that moment, they need some healing, some grief counseling. They need a healing process, somebody to talk to. And that's beyond help. The help I can provide in the moment is great, but they need something beyond that. So healing is essentially a personal journey that you have to determine for yourself, and I had to determine for myself that I won't let what I endured in my life be the things that turn me into this bitter, angry Black woman. People, I'm telling you, have no idea of the things I've endured in my 39 years of life. And the people that do know, like, you always happy, or, you always have this joyful spirit, because I refuse to let the hell that I've been through steal the happiness that I have and the joy that God has given me. No, I will not let it. I know it had to have happened to make me who I am. Do I look back and say, why me? Of course. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I have my moment where I'm unconsolably crying. But I had to make my personal journey to get healing. And you have to take and make your personal journey to be healed from the things that you've endured, whether it's physical abuse when you were a child, or domestic violence in your adult life or in your dating life. Every guy you've been with have been physically and mentally abusive. I've heard so many stories that have blown my mind, with men giving they woman the scraps after they eaten the whole meal. I mean, these are things that nobody can really help somebody with. They can listen, but you have to get healed. You have to find the resources for your healing. Oh my God, it's so important. The life that you really want to live is tied to your ability to get the healing that you need. Let me say that again. The life that you really want and desire to live is tied to the healing that you need. Just let that marinate in your spirit. If we go get the healing that we need, we can finally get the life that we desire. Think of all the things that sit in your psyche, in your mindset, whether it be your trust issues, your insecurities, the things you poke fun at yourself about before somebody else does, the situations that you've been in, the situation that you place yourself in now based on the value and worth that you put on yourself because of situations that have happened in your life. And if you just get some healing, if you just seek the resources that you need, And I don't think it's just going to be a one-time 14-day step. No, you may have to get this healing, this counseling for the rest of your life. You may have to find you a life coach for the rest of your life, accountability partner for the rest of your life. You may have to pray about this thing every day, but that's okay, because healing is not a quick fix. It's a journey. And you have to be prepared to go through the ups and downs of that journey. It's not going to always be, oh, okay, this really helped me to have a breakthrough. It's going to be some times you don't want to talk about it, that you're angry, that you're upset, that you're asking questions of why it happened to you. Why was it allowed? You're going to have to go through the ups and downs of healing to get to the healing that you need. I'm just saying, go get it. That you're important enough, that you matter enough, that what you went through was not in vain, that I know that some things you have not shared with anybody but God, and you have to seek the healing that you need to get the life that you want. And it's beyond help. For those helpers out there, if you're like me, your heart goes out to so many people when you hear their stories, and you really want to help and heal everybody. Help is one thing, but you can't heal them. As much as you may love them and care about them, healing is not your job. So, I know that was kind of deep, but it needed to be said. And I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Remember, get the healing that you need. And I hope you find a reason to grow in this video. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And have a good one, guys. Peace.